So this is how to set up the chessboard and start a game of chess. This is a chessboard that is already set up. It starts with 32 pieces on the board of 64 squares, and the king is in the center of the board. So this is the king, this is the bishop, the knight, and the rook, and the pawns are in front, and both sides are symmetrical. And so the king goes on the square opposite its color. So the king in the middle of the board starts on the square opposite its color. So this is a white king on the bottom, and it starts on a dark square. This is a black king on the top, the other side of the board, and it starts on a light square. So that's one way you can remember where the king goes. The rooks start in the corner, and the knights start right next to the rook. The bishops start next to the knights and in between the king and the queen. And the queen starts on the square matching its color. So one way to remember this is that this is a white queen, so it starts on a light square. This is a black queen, so it starts on a dark square. So the king does not match the color it starts on, the queen does. And the queen likes to match. So that's like you can say, oh, queens like to match their clothes. So another thing to keep in mind, well, first is that the pawns all start, 8 of them start on the second rank right here, this line right here, and this line right here. And I'm just doing that to get rid of the lines. But also, whenever you're playing chess, the bottom right square should be a light square. This square right here. So for both sides, the bottom right square should be a right square. I say 95% of the times that I have seen chess put in movies and TV shows, the board is set up wrong. I remember in the Da Vinci Code, the movie, the board is set up wrong. The bottom right square is a dark square, and it changes the game, and it changes how you set up the board if the bottom right square is a light square or a dark square. And now another thing to keep in mind, in chess, you keep track of the moves. It goes from A, B, C, D, E, F, G to H on the bottom here. So this is called the A file, the B file. What goes up and down, those are called files. And then what go right and left, these are called ranks. So this is the 7th rank, the 5th rank, things like that, and numbers 1 through 8. But just one thing you should remember is that the bottom always goes, the bottom for white is always A through H like this. Because if we notice, the bottom right for white is the H file, whereas the bottom right for black is the A file. So this goes A, B, C, D. So if we were to switch this around, be looking at it from black's perspective, this would actually be the H file, and this would be the A file. So when you go from A to H, white always starts on that side, and when you go from H to A, on the left to the right, that's the side that black starts on. And now I'm just going to go through a few moves so you can see what a game of chess is like. So this pawn can go here, this pawn can go here, this knight can go here, this pawn can go here, and now this knight can capture this pawn. These are just some examples of moves in a game of chess.